Oh, what's up, YouTube? How you doing? Thank you for watching. Thank you for being one with everything right now. This moment is divine. Thank you guys for giving me your time. As always, it's a pleasure. In this video, guys, I want to speak of a subject that isn't really getting much attention in the conscious community. Come on, guys, we all want to ascend. We all want to increase our consciousness or access uh, states of consciousness. We all want to open up our chakras. We all want to do all these things. But most of the time, all you really hear is to eat fruits and to do other things like that. So in this video, I want to, speak about, a subject that a lot of people ain't speaking about. And in this video, I'm specifically talking about a muscle, or you can say an organ that is being used in a way that it wasn't meant to be used. Of course, you know the body is filled with marvelous organs. We have hearts, we have kidneys, we have livers, we have spleens, we have beautiful organs. But currently, the main function of our organs is digestion. We mainly use our organs to get rid of all the toxins and the waste and the filth that goes in our bodies. Believe it or not, all these organs that we use for digestion have different purposes. If you was to stop eating right now, your body, a vehicle of consciousness, will adapt to that reality, and all the necessary changes will go on in your body, and you'll be able to attune to that reality, that frequency. So it's all about your ability to access different states and different realms of consciousness. Right now, people are in the lower dimensions, and right now, we're really just using our organs to digest food, to get rid of food. But we have organs here dormant that we can use to explore the many wonders of existence. So in this video, I want to speak of the muscle that we currently use to stop ourselves from urinating, and the muscle we use to stop ourselves from taking a shit. That same muscle that you use, let's say if I was taking a piss right now, if I was to stop myself from taking a piss, that's the muscle that I'm speaking of. It's basically that muscle that you contract to stop yourself from expelling anything out your pelvic area. Now, it might sound crazy, but the human body was not meant to process food the way it's doing now. We wasn't meant to take shits. We wasn't meant to really piss all the time. And this specific muscle, luckily, we can still use it the way it was intended to be used in the ancient times. What I'm saying is that this muscle, as you may know, it's the root chakra. Everybody speaks about it. The root chakra is what? It's the foundation. It's the root. It's the ground, basically. And here in your pelvic floor, the highest forms of energy your body encases is holographically found here. You can find sex energy here. You can find kundalini. You can find all types of highly fine forms of energy, precious energy, is all found in your pelvic floor. Now, when we go about our day, when we breathe in all our natural body mechanisms, believe it or not, just the act of breathing, our bodies do this as a way to circulate energy so it can in turn make its way to the higher chakras. But because of gravity, all the energy is now having the natural downward flow, okay? So what's the result of gravity? Basically, even though we breathe, even though our body is constantly trying to circulate the energy upwards, because of gravity, there is a lot of energy that is still flowing downwards. And now the result, this is basically kundalini. It's like massive amounts of energy is just resting here because of gravity. And it's basically potential. It's your own energy that you can use to signal back up into your spine. Okay? So this muscle that you use to stop yourself from urinating, this muscle that you use to stop yourself from taking a shit or defecating, this muscle is basically the physical manifestation of this energy center. And by you contracting that muscle, you're basically engaging all of the various forms of energy in that region. So this is what I want you to do, guys. I want you to make it a practice of stimulating this muscle during your day. When you stimulate this muscle, what you're doing is there is an upward pull, an upward contraction, and what you're doing is you're making a connection between this muscle, between this organ and your spine. Because of gravity, there's not really a connection there, but when you willingly contract this area, there's a connection, and energy will begin to go up your spine into your higher chakras and whatnot. So the thing that we need to know is this is where all our energy is housed. By you stimulating this area, by you contracting this area, you're basically you're basically stimulating the energy flow, and you're allowing all these goodies to finally be able to access your bloodstream. It doesn't matter if the energy doesn't go all the way up your spine into your brain, but as long as you're just contracting this area, you're allowing the energy to be released, and it can in turn take manifestation in your bloodstream, and it can now be circulated. Now, this region of your body is of course connected to your brain. It's connected to the center of your brain, and believe it or not, any type of imbalance, emotionally, mentally, physically, any type of imbalance, any type of agitation or anxiety, it takes manifestation in this region. People might not know it, but each emotion is accompanied with a contraction of this area. Like if you get mad, or if you have grief, or if you're sad, or if you're happy, there's always contractions going on in your pelvic floor, whether you're aware of it or not. So by you engaging this muscle, you're also healing yourself emotionally. This place is it's connected to your emotions, it's connected to your brain, it's connected to all your endocrine glands. So by you contracting this area and you lifting it up, you're in turn flushing your whole body with renewed, beautiful, vibrant, healing energy, okay? And by you contracting this muscle, if you're ever in a state of emotion, by you contracting this muscle, it will be easier for you to access relaxation. You'll be able to be calm. So, now that we know about the mechanisms of this organ, of this muscle, this is where the good stuff, this is where the thing you need to know comes into place. This place holographically stores the most precious energy your body has to offer. Now that you know how to stimulate this organ, now that you know how to activate it, during your meditation, it doesn't have to be meditation. You can just be standing up, or you can be sitting down, or you can be lying on your bed. All you need to do is simply contract this muscle, and you can instantly circulate healing energy in your body. Kundalini, sex energy, magnetism, whatever you want to call it. By you contracting this muscle, you amplify all your practices. If I'm meditating right now, by me contracting this muscle, there will be more magnetism in my bloodstream. You see what I'm saying? The act of contracting this muscle instantly pours magnetism in your bloodstream, and there's an elevation, there's a expansion. Now, this organ is also the panacea for all sexual disorders. We need to understand that this is the center of strength in the body, guys. For males, you have your erection. For women, this is your ability to contract and maneuver your vagina. Your pelvic floor, all the muscles here signify your strength. And in most people, these organs are weak. They run to the bathroom, they can't even hold in their urine, you know. And the thing is, we have forgot of the importance of stimulating this organ. So get into the practice of stimulating this organ, and you'll be surprised. After a couple of weeks, the energy there would have evolved, and And holographically, your whole body is in this area. So when the energy there evolves, your whole body evolves. You become a new person, okay? So this will be good for your sex life. This will be good for everything. Now, we need to follow the ways of our ancestors. Of course, there's clues everywhere in nature. If you look at horses or if you look at deers, these animals remain strong their whole lives. Lions, gorillas, a lot of animals are naturally inclined to stimulate their pelvic floor. Horses do it, deers do it. When you look at all these animals, even lions, they will contract their anus during activity or before activity. And by you doing this, you're basically squeezing life energy, kundalini, whatever you want to call it. You're basically increasing the magnetism in your bloodstream. So this technique is something that you need to incorporate in your meditations. This is something that you need to do while you're breathing, while you're engaging in all your practices. If you want to balance your body, I had a video about this. You place your hands together, you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, you look up. But now, with this information I have just given you, you can now amplify this state of consciousness by squeezing your pelvic floor, okay? So everything is tied in, okay? And by you squeezing this area, by you creating a upward pull, because when you squeeze this area, when you contract it, you allow your spine to make connections with this energy source. You will begin to feel it instantly. So do it while you're doing your practices. You'll be surprised if you're just in the presence of people and just stimulate this organ, you will see how your environment reacts. This is a very, very, very significant energy center. And if anybody want to instantly put energy in their aura, if they want to have mental balance, emotional balance, because your emotional mind, your mental mind, your physical mind is all connected into this area. By you strengthening this area, you strengthen all those different layers of your being. So, now that we know about the importance of this organ, I really suggest that you guys make it a part of your quest. Make it a part of your make it a part of your quest. Make it a part of your journey to strengthen this part of yourself. We can't neglect any part of our bodies, and this is a very significant part. Strengthen your pelvic floor, and you will be amazed by the benefits. It will translate everywhere in your life. Everywhere will become better. Your mental mind is here, your emotions are here, even your physicality is all present in this center. By squeezing that muscle that you use to stop yourself from urinating, to stop yourself from defecating, you're in turn strengthening your whole body. Yeah, guys, it's very important. Just do it, you know. Now, this is a technique that you can do to instantly bring some of that energy up into your body. Of course, it's so simple. All you gotta do is squeeze it, but this is a technique that you can do. It's a breathing exercise you can do to send the energy upwards. So this is how you do it. Of course, we all know when you take a full breath, it starts with the stomach, then it's the diaphragm, then it's the upper chest, then it's the throat. So it should look like this. What I was just doing is, I just took a full breath, then I squeezed, then I breathed everything out. I had a video about this. It was a video about addictions, how to control addictions. And our emotional mind is here. By you breathing out all the air and then sucking it in, okay? You're basically isolating the connections of your spine and your pelvic floor. So by me doing that, I then contracted my abs and I also contracted this PC muscle, and this helps to channel your energy, okay? Because believe it or not, food gravity creates blockages that stops the energy from going upwards. But by you breathing out and pulling everything in, you allow the energy to easily flow up. Another exercise that you can do to experience the wonderful magnetism in this area, this is how you do it. Your eyes are connected, your eyes are basically connected to everywhere in your body. And when I look up, I'm stimulating my higher mind. And when I look down, wow, I'm stimulating my emotional mind. We need to take advantage of the relationships our eyes have with our whole bodies. And this is a technique that incorporates this relationship. This is what I want you to do. It's so simple. All I want you to do is to take in a breath. Take in any breath you want. Taking a breath, right? And as you exhale, I want you to contract the muscle here. Contract that muscle as you exhale. Keep holding in that muscle. It should look like this. I'm contracting, you see it? And then when you finish exhaling, you hold it. You hold everything. You don't inhale yet. You don't release the contractions. You hold everything for a second or two, okay? And then once you release, I want you to look up and take a full breath. Now, when you exhale, I want you to do the same thing, but look down. Look at your nose. Look at your nose. The nose is the physical manifestation of our emotional minds. So when you breathe out, when you exhale, I want you to look at your nose and contract this muscle here. And exhale all the air out. And then, when you breathe in, you release all these muscles and look up to this center here. So you alternate between looking from this center to this center, this center to this center, this center to this center, okay? So when you're breathing out, you contract this muscle, and what you're doing is, you're creating the energy. You're squeezing it out this area. You're creating the energy. You're squeezing it out. And then, when you finally release and breathe in, and when you look upwards, you are now sending that energy up your spine. So try it. Tell me if you feel anything, and I know you will. When you exhale, hold a contraction. You don't have to breathe in immediately. Just hold it there for about a second or two, or 4 seconds, as long as you want. Then you breathe in and you look up, okay? When you exhale, look at your nose, or you can look to the floor. It doesn't matter. And then as you inhale, look up to the center here. So you just alternate, that's all. You're going to your mental mind, emotional mind, mental mind, emotional mind. You can even close your eyes when you do it, you know? You can even have your eyes closed and just look down. Just the act of looking down stimulates your emotional mind. But all you need to do is to maintain, you know, that motion. Because that motion subconsciously tells your body to take the energy upwards. So, you know, guys, I think I gave you all you need. So, of course, it's a pleasure. I hope that you benefit from the information, guys. This is real information, and nobody's talking about it. If you want to instantly put energy in your body, just contract that muscle. And here's a hint, here's a tip, here's a great secret that a lot of people don't know about. Anybody that is a fan of Dragon Ball Z, or anybody that's a fan of all these animes, a lot of the time, these anime characters, they have to power up. They have to just take out time and just contract themselves and power up. What you need to know is, what they're really doing is, they're contracting this muscle. You squeeze that muscle, you incorporate breathing techniques, and you send all the energy here all across your body. So a great... Okay guys, well, I have to go now. So I hope you take this information. I hope that you apply this information and you make it practical. You practice it. Guys, I want you to get into the habit of contracting this muscle. See how long you can hold it for. Try to hold it for 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. Just get into the habit of just connecting with the consciousness, the energy here. You can contract it any way that you feel. You can hold it. You can keep squeezing it. It all depends on how you feel. But thank you for. Yeah, the camera cut, but as always, thank you for watching, guys. Thank you. It's always a pleasure. Guys, one last thing. I forgot to say it. And I say this in a lot of my videos, but I have to say it in this video because everything is connected. As you're practicing this technique of contracting your pelvic floor muscles, the consciousness there, the energy there, you know, get into the practice of leaving your tongue making contact with the roof of your mouth. Of course, you may know your tongue is connected to your heart. Your tongue is connected to all the meridians in your body, all the channels of energy, all the flows. So by you connecting it at the roof of your mouth, you're maintaining a circulation, a flow. So this is something that you want to be going on as you engage your pelvic floor. You don't want to generate energy that's not circulating. Am I correct? So, you know, place your tongue on the roof of your mouth and do the exercise. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you. I love you so much. Until next time.